Coming up on Good Morning Wilmington, live with Vincenza and Ivan. President and CEO of One Village Alliance, Chandra Pitts stops by the Plaza with intern Gia Marcinkowska to talk about their upcoming Around the World in a Summer program, beginning July 5th. Plus, local artist and CEO of 1&A Records, Amillion The Poet stops by with newly signed R&B artist Kason Miller to talk about the label and Kason's new deal. Tune in Wednesday, June 29th, right here on DETV.
Good morning, Wilmington. My name is Vincenza, and I'm here with my dynamic co-host,
Big I, talking to town, Mr. DETV. Good morning to you at home, on your cell phone if you're watching this, and good morning to you, Vincenza. How are you?
Thank you. I am well. It's Wednesday, June 29th. Can you believe the month of June is pretty much over?
Hump day. That's what we call it. Hump day. That means the half of the week is over, and you can get ready to party for the rest of the week.
Yes. You have to celebrate. You have to celebrate the summer, celebrate the month of June, but also celebrate Independence Day, which is happening this weekend. So if you're...
I'm still celebrating Juneteenth.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So that's where I'm celebrating. Now I think I'm going to celebrate that from here to next Juneteenth. So that's where I'm at right now. And speaking of just amazing celebrations, in festivals, Delaware was it in June for festivals. We had the Greek Fest, we had Juneteenth Festival and Parade, we had
Italian Festival, the Clifford Brown Jazz Festival. That was a big hit. Such a great turnout too. And it was so nice to see so many people at all of these events gathering and really just enjoying the events. And we had great weather. Can't ask for anything better, but just the fact that everything was a success. And there was so many other events happening. I think people are just playing catch up. But listen, even though the month of June is over, July is full of events. I mean, this is only the beginning.
What is July for you going to look like?
Well, it is National Ice Cream Day in July. I don't know if you know that.
Everything diabetics can participate in is going on.
So I believe it is Sunday, July 17th. It's always the third Sunday of the month in July, National Ice Cream Day, and I like to celebrate that day at Ice Cream Delight, which is a family business. Ice Cream Delight, and we love to celebrate that every year. But it's also just another opportunity to get together with the family and get out and support our local businesses. So you just support any local business, but we'll talk more about that. We have to talk about what's happening on today's show.
Today's show. I'm super excited about today's show.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why. Because when DETV started, I want to say we all started, maybe a little, some before the others started. But we was around the same time. So we have the CEO and the executive director. Can I say executive director? Chandra Pitts from One Village Alliance on the show today.
Yes.
That's the drum roll.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And she's here with an intern. Her name is Gia Marcinkowska.
Marcinkowska.
Yes, Gia Marcinkowska.
Please forgive me if we.
We were practicing. We wanted to make sure we pronounced it correctly, and we were very excited to have both of them on the show today. But also,
this right here is a drum roll.
Yes, I'll let you introduce the second guest, the second set of guests.
All right. So we have one in a million. He is here. Amillion The Poet is here, and like if you don't know Amillion, like I met Amillion 12 years ago? About 12 years ago, and he was just doing his thing, but most of all, not just poetry, spoken word, and rapping. He was like, and still is, involved in the community heavily. So that's what today's show is about amazing people in the community giving back, and he brought with him Kason Miller, his artist, his first artist that he signed, right? The first artist that he signed, and I'm super excited about that. And if today's Wednesday, on Sunday, make sure you go to iHeartRadio to check his One in a Million radio show out at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's super sick. I love it.
So not only do we have amazing guests always on the show, there's always exciting things happening in the state of Delaware. I mean, Delaware is being put on the map.
Okay.
Yes, I mean,
from everything from food to chefs. This is like a plug.
Yeah.
Chefs lead from DETV being on national TV.
Oh yes, that's big. But we have to mention this. Our very own Delaware native, Aubrey Plaza, has a new cartoon series, and it's a cartoon comedy series that will be premiering on FXX, and it's centered in Delaware. So she's the executive producer of it, and it'll be starring Danny DeVito and Lucy DeVito. And we're so excited because Aubrey Plaza's voice will be the main character.
Right.
And you know, it's obviously featuring iconic actor Danny DeVito, but I mean the fact that it's going to be centered around Delaware. So I'm really excited to see what references they'll make. So it premieres August 25th, I believe. So make sure you tune in on FXX at 10 p.m. I plan on tuning in. I'm curious.
I'm gonna tune into that, but before I tune into that, I'm gonna tune into Millions radio show. 10 a.m. iHeartRadio. You should too. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
So should we just jump into interviews, or should we take a commercial break? What should we do?
Commercial break so we can jump into interviews.
That'll work for me. We'll be right back. You're watching Good Morning Wilmington.
Coming up on the Plaza, Chandra Pitts and Gia Marcinkowska.
How did DETV start and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware. And now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think.
Welcome back, everyone. We have our first guest. We have Chandra Pitts, the president and CEO of One Village Alliance, and her intern here with us, Gia. Welcome, ladies. Welcome. We're so excited to have you. Yes, well, we're excited to have you.
Yeah, that's it.
We're always excited.
We got a barbecue after this, so.
That's right.
How you been?
I've been great. Good morning, Wilmington. I'm really excited to be here. I've been fantastic. It's been an amazing summer already. June, like you all mentioned, has been explosive, and we're ready for July.
That was a great word, explosive. That's
Explosive.
so true. That's
Yes.
so true, but it's positive, right?
Yeah,
and
totally.
we were just so excited to get to this point coming out of the pandemic, and hopefully we're really out of it, and now we have so many things to talk about, but more importantly, we're going to talk about One Village Alliance.
Love it.
So why don't you share with our viewers, what is One Village Alliance?
So again, thank you for the platform. One Village Alliance is a global social justice organization. We actually started as an education agency, but there's so much advocacy and injustice and just work required in the education space just to let kids know and families that they own their own learning experiences, and learning happens well outside of school. And in this case, our mission is to really grow historically marginalized children and their families into their true greatness through education, entrepreneurship, and the arts. And we're going to do that through a journey around the world in the summer, and our work continues year-round.
I remember, was it 10 years ago, maybe 10 years ago?
Yeah.
When I first met you at Girls Can Do Anything.
Yes.
Right.
We still have that video.
Right.
Google it.
And that's when I first met Sandra, and I just thought it was, just the title alone. I
Yeah.
was like, girls can do anything. Like,
Yes.
wow. And then the other one, the program that you have for men, Raising Kings.
Yes.
Like, I know you have those two. Are there any? And I want you to talk about those
Yeah.
two. Are there any other programs that you have that I don't know about?
So the great thing is our work is with people. The programs are secondary, but those have become some of the largest. So Girls Can Do Anything, that was actually 2012. It's 10 years this year. And it's evolved from a huge conference, which was one of the largest in the region, of really redefining womanhood and what it means to be a girl. But that work is more important today as we look at what's happening with the Supreme Court, with how women's bodies and girls are, what messages we're sending to our young girls. So it's a movement of girl-led activism. So it's not just a conference, it's not just a program. And that has now evolved from not just work that we're doing in 15 schools right here in the Delaware Valley, across the bridge in southern New Jersey, but also 240 schools in West Africa. We've launched Girls Can Do Anything. We've engaged about 7,000 girls in the Girls Can Do Anything conference, and this will be the 8th Girls Can Do Anything conference in Ghana and West Africa through an Obama Foundation grant. So we're excited about our global movement. A movement, not just a movement, but a global movement.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and in 2021, in December, Raising Kings launched in West Africa as well. We had our first conference, over 2,000 students there, young men.
Are you serious?
And we took 15 male Raising Kings ambassadors, men from right here in the Delaware Valley to Ghana.
Wow.
So yeah, we've been doing a couple things since we saw each other.
Get a little busy.
What does it feel like? Like you said, you went from education to where you are now,
Yeah.
and in 10 years, that is a lot of ground to cover, and individual lives that you touch.
Absolutely.
What does it feel like for you and your team to know that, like, this is what's needed, and we're doing what we can do to facilitate that and to help out?
It's awesome to be able to impact the lives of children, but I can't express how fulfilling, rewarding, and how impactful in our own lives. Those men who traveled to Ghana, we've taken 19 Girls Can Do Anything ambassadors to West Africa with us. It's impactful, it's life-changing for us. So we always say volunteerism, mentoring, getting involved is the most valuable 40-hour job you'll ever have. And it's only 40 hours a year. So we encourage people to get involved because our children really need it. So when we're raising kings, we're raising the next generation of Dr. King-like leaders. We're raising up the kingly greatness within our boys. And we're changing society's prominent image and expectations and all those negative statistics that we always hear about our black men and boys. These are our sons, our brothers, our fathers, and our grandfathers and our cousins, and they're the men and boys that we love. They're the men and boys who are Delaware. We can't break our society up and leave girls of color behind and leave our black men and boys behind. It's important that we continue this work and set our children on a trajectory of greatness with a spirit of excellence and paying attention that we are the people who we've been waiting for.
Yes, yes.
I'm a fan. I'm sorry. Do you have the? I'll be all day with this.
I think you put it so perfectly, and you right from the beginning about volunteering and the importance of volunteerism and how it could change your life forever.
Absolutely.
And change your pattern, change your path, and it really does teach you so much. And the fact that you are offering these opportunities, I know that with Gia, she's an intern, and this is day one. Gia told us day one today, which is very exciting. And how about that, Gia? You're on television.
I know, I'm on television.
Is this your first time on television?
Yes, it is.
Well, we're
You
glad
with
to
the right
have you.
organization, right? And the right people to
Girl
platform.
power, girls can do what?
Anything.
Oh my God.
Anything.
It is a mantra around there.
It is, and it's real. Like I said, so it's not just programs, it's a movement, and it's a movement that's led. Gia, just through our community outreach, I was able to connect with Gia, who's a rising senior at Newman University.
Nice, congrats,
Yes.
congrats.
An aspiring rapper, so it's no accident that she's on set today, and I won't say anything more, but that drum roll for Amillion The Poet, worth it, and it's with great purpose. So just aligning young people, aligning all people, whether it's through volunteerism, our Freedom Fellows who come and work with us through paid work experiences, our interns like Gia really get to come and even if you are on purpose for your life, you already know your purpose, just to take it to the next level with the power of intention to really make an even greater impact in the lives of youth, but in your own life as well. So I'm excited to have you.
Yes,
Gia.
how ironic that your first day interning, and this so happens to be the show that you want to be a part of. They always say, you know, it's not what you know, it's who you know, and putting yourself in that environment to really network.
Yes.
The beauty of interning, but the beauty of volunteering.
There's so much behind Intern about being a volunteer. There's so much. And Chandra, let me go back. I'm fascinated with why. Right? Why people do it. I know you don't do it for a paycheck. I know that. Right. Why do you do it? Was it something that happened growing up that, you know, volunteering somewhere? Yeah. And I'm asking you this because hopefully it'll inspire someone else who's watching and it can inspire another young person to say, you know what, that's what's going on with me right now.
So my why is very clear, and we talked about that this morning. It wasn't my volunteerism, it was who I needed. And I can remember being 19 years old and feeling like my life was in jeopardy. I had a lot of greatness in my life, but I also felt endangered as a young girl. I'm not even existing as a black girl, woman of color. I'm a first generation Mexican American. Gia is a first generation, her family's from Poland. So one, I needed those volunteers, I needed those mentors, and I didn't have them growing up. I had a strong family, but even with a strong family, mentors and volunteers are just not just for single parent households. I had my mom and my dad, but I needed those people in my village. And so many times I was very conscious that I didn't have anybody to call. I never had a mentor. I never had those people in my life. But then the other thing, the greatness, I did have my family taking us on journeys. I had people telling me that I was beautiful and that I could do anything and that I could be anything I wanted to be. So we need those people. Our kids, no one's ever told them about their beauty, about their greatness. All they're hearing about is violence and devastation. And then who cares about it? You know, one of the things Dr. King said, that the greatest tragedy that history will have to record during our time of transition is not the strident clamor of the bad people, but it's the appalling silence of the good people. Right. The bad is so prevalent and prominent. Oftentimes they don't see us enough. They don't see the greatness, hear the greatness. We had a speaker this morning, spoke in front of all of our interns. Most of that room was young black boys. Dr. Jalal Hayes, a PhD scientist, a young black chemist, doing phenomenal and historic work right here in the state of Delaware, is going to be on our team. He's housed at the Freedom Center, but he's going to be on our curriculum team for our entire summer camp. So I want to get into the Freedom Summer and Summer Camp and all the great work we're doing through that program and our journey around the world in the summer this year.
I love it. And while you're on it, the Freedom Center, what is that?
The Freedom Center is an amazing collaborative between UAME, which was founded as the first independent black church in the nation by freedom fighter Peter Spencer. So this is his legacy, the Freedom Center. It's a project, it's not just a building, but it's an expansive, the only black owned, and when I say black owned, I'm talking about the entire block. We own the whole block. So it's UAME, Peter Spencer, One Village Alliance, the only black-owned cooperative workspace in the state of Delaware, an art center, a space for freedom through the arts, through education, through literacy, through economic development, just an entire community coming together to build an ecosystem of success. A movement. And we own that entire city block, 31 West 31st Street, and that is where for the first time in North Wilmington, right in the vicinity of the Powell Center and the North Wilmington Library, we're going to take 30 youth on full scholarships on a journey around the world in the summer through literature, math, money, and numbers, science, culinary arts, and literature, arts and crafts. It's going to be explosive.
Give them the website real quick. If you're just tuning in, we're here with Chandra Pitts of One Village Alliance, talking about the programs that they're offering there. So that's your camera. Tell them the website.
www.iamthevillage.org. iamthevillage.org, 855-YOUTH-ED. That's 855-YOUTH-ED. We still have 7 full scholarships for a full summer camp right in North Wilmington. And we want to take you on a journey around the world in the summer, all inclusive. We're going to all 7 continents around the world through literature.
And that's, I take it that's what, around the world.
Around the world in the
summer.
Gia and myself are representing.
Yes.
We have an entire staff, 7 Freedom Fellows who are going to be paid for their leadership work. They're going to be teaching throughout the summer. We have a whole staff. We have 4 interns. We have a historic, for the very first time, Gia is going to be leading our global communications team as an intern, just to focus on spreading the message around the world. But we want to hear your stories of world travel, and we want you to come go with us on a journey. We still have several scholarships available. So share the information, and camp starts next week, right after the 4th of July.
So what
Go
can,
ahead.
we need more time.
Here in total, all like, I think she needed a half an hour.
Yes,
You know what I
we
mean?
need more time. But what experience can the youth, I guess, entail if they, they join the programs?
So this journey is going to be experienced through the lens of social justice. So how is music being used as movement all over the world? How did African culture and music and food impact the world? We're going to go to Europe. We're going to go to Ireland. We're going to go to Jamaica, Trinidad, and Tobago. So they're going to get a full experience, but they're also going to understand golf. David Ross and his Golf Academy is going to be housed at the Freedom Center all summer. So people are playing golf all over the world, soccer or football all over the world. The languages, the very first thing our children are going to do is fill out a real passport application. And then we're going to have guests and visitors and speakers like you come in all summer long and engage our young leaders in work ethic and economic development and financial literacy, but also share stories of world travel to see people. So our kids can meet people from their own community, their own neighborhood, their own block, who have traveled to Thailand, to Mexico, to London, and really get these exposure, education, arts, creativity, and ultimately healing.
What happens when a child has exposure to those things, those ideas and those dreams? What happens to a child?
When they're exposed, they get to align with their purpose. There's nothing greater. They get to really realize their own capacity, and more importantly, when they're seeing young people of color from their own neighborhoods, they get to see what's possible, and they get to tap into their power to change the world.
Now, what happens when they're not exposed?
When they're not exposed, they become, our youth they see people who are successful. So they're gonna claw for it and climb for it. So all they see is gun violence, they're gonna pick up that gun. They're gonna be exposed. The only question we have to answer is, what are we gonna put in front of them? Who are we gonna expose them to? What are we gonna let them see and hear, and what's gonna be the soundtrack of their lives?
Oh, I love it.
They're gonna be exposed.
I know. But before we go, I just want to mention Volunteer Day is coming up.
Yes, June 30th.
Yes, so tomorrow.
Yes,
right?
it's tomorrow.
I know,
June
June's
30th.
over, so it's
Meet
here.
us at 9 a.m.,
tell us a little
31
bit about,
West 31st Street. It's a volunteer day to really prepare the summer for an amazing journey. A lot of times we have these facilities that are less than, they're dirty. We want to make sure our facility is immaculate. We're working with some of our key sponsors like the Delaware Division of the Arts and the Home Depot to get our lawnscaping and landscaping done, put new fencing up. We just want to create an environment of excellence that fosters a spirit of excellence. And that's what we're going to be doing. But Volunteer Day is every single day. We often talk about, everybody's excited about the championship and everything that's coming up. It's game time. GAME stands for Give, Advocate, Mentor, Educate. You can donate every single day. Right now, go to IamTheVillage.org and click that donate button at the top of the page. You can mentor, advocate, educate, find out what's going on. Go to the very bottom of the page, you'll see our full calendar. And then you could go below that and click Get Involved. And get involved. It's game time, y'all.
I love it.
Together, we are the village. We are who we've been waiting for. And more important, our children are waiting for us. They're waiting for you.
Love it.
Sit.
Yes, thank you so
much. She might have took us a commercial.
I know. That was perfect. I mean, well, thank you so much for coming on the show. And Gia, thank you again. And good luck with your internship.
You're in great hands.
Yes,
You're in great hands.
Yes, great hands. Thank you, Chandra. Thank you, Chandra, so much for everything. And good luck
Thank
with
you.
Volunteer Day. All right, we got to take a commercial break.
All right, I don't want to go to break. I don't want to
We
go to
have
break. I don't
to,
want to
because
go to break.
so we can bring on the next 2 guests, which we're super excited to have on the show.
I know, but damn, like I wish I had some more time to talk about it, because there's so much that One Village Alliance is doing. And okay, we're going to break. We'll be right back with Amillion The Poet, and Mr. Miller, Kason Miller. All right, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Amillion the Poet and Kason Miller are up next.
Hey, DETV, I'm Ty Break Jameson. This is Street Break. Mother's Day or Father's Day?
Mother's Day, of course.
Why's that?
It's a joke. I like both Mother's and Father's Day. I appreciate both of my parents.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's Mother's Day or Father's Day?
I can't choose both.
Both?
Both.
All right.
I mean, I miss my daddy, so. But Mother's Day, you know, she's the queen on her day.
That's right, that's right, that's right. Beautiful answer, beautiful answer. Mother's Day or Father's Day?
Mother's Day.
Yeah, you gave her that look. That wasn't fair. That was Mother's Day or Father's Day?
Mother's Day. Women all the way.
Women all the way?
Women all the way.
Dad just gets it.
I mean, as a female, I'm supporting the women.
Mother's Day or Father's Day?
I'm gonna have to go with Father's Day. My dad is my favorite person.
Bam, see Taylor for the win. That's what I'm talking about, dads. We still in there. Who would you rather not be slapped by? Moms, Mike Tyson, Will Smith.
I say moms.
Thank you, folks. You guys, who would you rather not get slapped by?
Ooh.
Moms, Mike Tyson, or Will Smith?
Rather not, Mike Tyson, 100%. Terrifying. He would knock my teeth out.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah.
Mike it is. Who would you rather get slapped by? Mom, Will Smith, or Mike Tyson?
Oh, I guess Mom. Will Smith and Mike Tyson. Like, definitely not Mike Tyson.
Do you think Mom would be gentle?
Probably.
Yeah.
A little more gentle than those guys.
Do you know Joel Embiid? No. Okay. Well, yes.
It hurt itself?
Yes.
Okay.
He got elbowed in the eyeball. That's what happened to him. Joel Embiid, what do you think?
He's my hero.
MVP, what?
Oh, by far, yeah. He's the best player in the league, without a doubt.
You got robbed?
Oh, by far, yeah. But, I don't know. The way I look at it, all the nerds, like their analytics, they're not watching all the games. But, I mean, it's pretty simple. I love Joel Embiid.
That's right.
Broke my heart.
So, you know Joel Embiid?
Yeah.
What do you think? Best player in the league?
Honestly, don't really follow basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool, too. But
I
you
know
just
who
know
he
who he is, though.
I know who he is.
Okay, all right. I'm with that. Do you know Joel Embiid?
I know who JoJo is.
He shouldn't.
MVP. Robbed. Just
That's
saying
it. That's it.
Robbed.
That's all you had to say.
So, what do you think about that last interview?
Another great interview. Again, we're inspired each and every time. We have so many amazing guests on our show. I mean, thank you, Chandra Pitts, and then her intern, Gia. I mean, how exciting. This was Gia's first day interning, and she was put on television. But that's the beauty of interning, stepping out of your comfort zone and volunteering. So, and that's what, Chandra talked about with One Village Alliance, that, they're looking for volunteers, but the importance of volunteering and what the program offers. I mean, it offers so much.
But it all starts with community, right? So next up, we have Amillion the Poet, CEO of One in a Million Records, and his artist, Kason Miller, R&B artist from Wilmington, who recently signed to Amillion. But guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Amillion, I've known you for about over 10 years, and I first met you when I first started. And Amillion, we say?
In the basement.
In the basement. God, look, yes, in the basement. But even before that, bro, remember when I used to work at First City, Faith City Church?
Oh, wow. You did.
And we had someone in common we knew there.
Yes, sir.
And she was like, I need to connect y'all to. And then you were always in the community. Doing things for the community. What were you doing before, like, you really popped? Because I love that story. Because you getting the keys to the city.
Well, yeah, way before Keys to the City, I always thought it was our goal to be able to open doors for others. So no matter what I was doing, whether my only 9 to 5 was a social worker. Before I walked out of my 9 to 5 when my daughter was born, was then to get into my movement. And I always knew whether it was the entertainment, whether it was the radio, the record label, the whole goal was to be able to inspire the next artists and the youth coming up. So I've always had tours, whether I was in overseas, I always went to the schools, the prisons, and always made sure I made that impact.
And you was doing, and then, you know, you're the poet. You're Amillion The Poet, right? What made you start getting into to hip hop, to rap? And because I remember looking up and seeing you over there in the UK, you know, on your own, and you were doing all this by yourself.
Yes, sir.
What was that moment like?
Always, my favorite artists were always poets. When you think about Tupac Shakur, when you think about Nas, you know, Rakim, they were always poets. I always felt like I was just rapping to my heartbeat. Then I got with my brother, God rest his soul, Victory. He gave me the production, and we just never looked back. So it was something that I could never run from. It's still Amillion The Poet to the day, but I'm blessed to be able to do the music and the radio. And like I said, we got the next generation coming up right now, you know, so Kason Miller.
We was watching his video earlier, and we saw Shot by the legendary Jet Phoenix.
We was just together yesterday shooting a commercial.
Get out.
Salute to Jet Phoenix.
Yeah, salute to Jet. So we was watching it on the big screen, and Vincenza was like standing right there like, wow.
Yes.
Kason.
Yes.
What's up, man?
I'm blessed to be here, man.
All right, what's it like working with this guy?
It's a blessing, man. It's definitely that's definitely big homie over here. He definitely teaches me everything I need to know, and we got a lot of growing to do.
Talk to me. How did y'all link up?
Oh man, so years and years ago, I came up with this song called "Change and Evolve." It was a lot going on in the city, so I just wanted to do something special for them. And I said to myself, you know, who can I, you know, who do I know that's in the community, like you was just saying, you know what I mean, that can really like put a stamp on this, you know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't want to just go for anybody, so I was like, who could I find, you know what I mean? I was always a fan of Big Homie, you know what I'm saying? So I just reached out, you know what I mean, the professional way, you know what I'm saying? And
right, the professional way.
That's the ticket.
Like, yo, check my mixtape out.
So he liked what he heard, man. And not just liked what he heard, he actually got the verse back to me the next day. So and it just is from there.
I forgot how we linked up, right? I didn't know. We linked up and he came to the studio, right? To the TV station on Lancaster. And he was like, yeah, you know, I got some I can sing.
Yeah.
He sang the song and I was like, dude, you didn't sing this. Like, so I can see what you saw.
Real humble.
Very humble. What did you see when you first heard his music? My reaction was like, yo, this brother need a record deal. I take it that was yours.
That's what I heard. I heard the humility, I heard the energy, you know, I heard the lyrics, I heard his story.
Right.
And I just felt like the world needed to hear it too.
So may I?
Yeah,
may
please, girl.
May I interject? Because this is my first time meeting the both of you. Obviously, you've known Ivan. Ivan knows everybody. But Kason, tell the viewers. Tell the viewers where you're from and your background and what inspired you. I know you jumped right to the end, but that's okay. Because that's why you have me.
Sure. Right.
That's why I'm here. Now, tell the viewers what inspired you to enter this career.
Music has always been my outlet. It's been the best way I could express myself. So when I was younger, you know, some of my biggest influence was always Michael Jackson, you know, Music Soul Child, Jodeci, you know, things of that such. But my dad taught me how to sing, and it was just a good way for me to be able to express myself. And over the years, it just seeing you know, the people on TV, it's just like, I want to do that, you know what I mean? So that's where it comes from. That's where it comes from.
Excellent.
Born and raised here, you know.
Born and raised in Delaware.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Proud Delawarean. We're all proud Delawareans here, and there's
yes.
nothing wrong with that. Now, so what's next for Kason Miller?
What's next is more music, more videos, more everything.
With this man right here.
Yes, I'm about to give my all. I'm about to give my all to the people.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what's next for me.
Where can people find your music?
All streaming platforms,
okay.
iTunes, Tidals, Spotify, everywhere. Type in Kason Miller, you'll be able to find me.
Sweet, love it.
Now, how would you describe your music to let's say someone's just tuning in. How can you describe your music?
And the same question to Amillion.
Yes.
I would say it's mood music. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll put you in the right mood at the right time. You know what I mean? Like I'm a big I'm a big fan of like, there's a song for everything, for every emotion, you know what I mean? So it'll put you in that right mood anytime you listen to me.
Definitely. Urban sophisticated. You know, that's how I think we're able to go in different genres and have the same effect. Very urban sophisticated, soulful. You know, I gotta be the voice just when he starts to sing, then you're gonna hear it come out. But very polished, very commercial, also very soulful. So the best way I could say is urban sophisticated.
Okay, love it, love it.
Amillion, I'm sorry. I want to learn a little bit more
You
about.
might as well start singing with him.
So Amillion, at what point in your life did you realize that this was the journey for you, the path for you? Did you realize that you had a gift, a talent growing up? I mean,
I realized I had a voice. I would say right after, he's just in my soul right now, but it was probably right after my broski Victory passed away. And it was crazy because he always said you could be the one from Delaware to take it outside. And I was just like, I had a little dealings with the industry, I'm not sure. I had to do it from an ownership perspective if I do. We put that project out, and within that year, BET Hip Hop Awards, booked my first overseas tour, and I went to go call him to let him know these tickets were there, and he passed away. But I think it was at that moment that I realized that was a journey. You know, it was about legacies and inspiring a lot more people that they can make it from Delaware too.
Right.
You know, so I would say early, but he signified that.
Right, and he will always be with you.
All of my angels will always be with me, but literally.
But he will always be with you, and I'm glad that you're able to honor his legacy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important, that you continue to speak about him, his legacy, and how he inspired you, because you are definitely inspiring the next generation.
Yes,
and we talk about it all the time, Ivan, about inspiring others, helping others, because we can't be selfish and just help ourselves. We need to help the ones around us.
That's what it's about.
We should all be successful together.
Yeah.
That's how we glow. That's how we glow.
Yes.
So about 2 weeks ago, I'm sitting on social media, right, and I'm just bloop, 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 and I see you, Times Square.
Oh man.
Wow.
And on the big Teletron out there is his album cover. What was that like for you seeing that?
That was real. I still remember my mother taking me to like downtown, and when we moved to Delaware very early, she always took me to the city no matter where we lived, just to show you your dreams can go further.
Nice.
So I took my daughter when she was about 5. I said, yeah, your dad gonna be up here soon. So
and you're a girl dad for real. You're a girl dad.
It was Father's Day.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing for me. It was really that my daughter got to see it.
Yeah.
You know, so that was special, man.
You're a girl dad?
Of course.
Girl dad.
Hey, Aaliyah. Hey.
Well, and that's another thing that I learned about him just watching is like how much he's there for his daughter.
I appreciate
You know what I mean? And when you see that as another father, you're like, yo, he's really been me using you as and other brothers as an example. Like even though that he's busy, he's still finding time, you know, for his daughter. So shout out for that.
Right.
Man.
I appreciate you. You too as well. That's always been our thing, man.
Yeah.
Daughter in a dream. So I appreciate
And you always
as well.
find time for the ones that you love.
You have to.
And the things that you love. So there's no excuse if there's no time, right?
Yes,
We always try to find time, and we have to work at it every day. I always admit to Ivan that I try to allocate time for the things that I love and the ones that I love, and my family is my everything. So I always try to make sure, even through all the chaos, everything that I'm involved in, I always try to find time for that, which you do.
That's beautiful.
Oh yes, definitely.
iHeartRadio.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
I was trying to keep this on Kason, but big salute.
we coming back to him.
Yeah.
1 and 8 Radio on iHeart every Sunday, 10 a.m. We just hit 300,000 listeners.
Nice.
I'm proud of that. It's just hit my 1-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
You know, I'm humbled. You know, so wherever God just wants me to go, I'm just gonna keep putting that voice there, and you know, I appreciate it though.
That's what it is. Kason, who inspires you?
My grandmother. My grandmother, man, she was my biggest fan, man. She had passed back in 2017, RIP to her, but she inspires me the most. That's why I get up every day, man. Every day. That's what does it.
What thing is it, right? Because I know that in every pie there's a different ingredient, right? What is your ingredient that makes you and your music different?
What makes my So one thing about me, before I answer that, I want to be heard more than anything. So I think for what I'm saying, you know what I mean, you can connect to it. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what really makes the difference, because I feel like for what's out now, a lot of people are just kind of saying anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it doesn't necessarily connect anymore. You know what I mean? It's just surface. It only touches the surface. You know what I mean? I'm trying to go deeper than that. So
okay, you talking about that Luther Vandross stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
with a little new twist. You know what I'm saying? A little new twist to it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, man, my goal is to be able to connect with the people through this music. You know what I mean? Because I've never been the best person to be able to express myself. So when I found my niche, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I hold on to. So if I can express myself in my music, I wanted to inspire other people to be able to express themselves in other ways.
I love it.
Right.
You know what happens when people come up here and they say they can do something, right?
I know,
that, right?
waiting for
people can
this.
say, "Yo, I'm an artist. I like to draw. Well, draw me something." You know, I like to fish. Well, fish something.
Yeah.
I'm a musical genius. Can I hear something?
You wanna hear something?
But I tell you what, before that,
So you ready to go?
Yeah, you ready to go? I love it.
Yeah, that's why you ice. You know I.
Okay, well, let me hear something here, little quick. But when we come back, I want to see something.
That's no problem.
That cool?
That's cool with me.
All right, let me hear something real quick.
Love, those who have faith in you sometimes go astray. Love.
We'll be right back after this message. We come back with a live performance. Kason Miller here with Amillion The Poet. Guys, we'll be right back. You ready? Keep warming up.
Let's go.
We'll tell you. All right, we'll be right back.
Let DART do the driving. DART First State provides transportation that is clean, safe, reliable, and affordable. Plan your trip and get real-time bus information with the free DART Transit app. Scan your phone to pay your fare with the free DART Pass app. So what are you waiting for? Try transit today. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Hi, my name is Angela, and I am currently living with a record. Having a second chance at life is amazing to me. You know, I don't have to allow my past to dictate who I'm going to be today, and to me that's beautiful.
Now that clean slate legislation has passed in Delaware, we must ensure that the bills are effectively implemented so qualified people will get the second chance they deserve. To learn more, visit cleanslatede.org.
Welcome back. We have a live performance. I'm super excited, Vincenza.
I am too. I'm really excited about this. I love when we have like different things that happen on Good Morning Wilmington, right?
Yeah.
But a
right
live
now,
performance?
Right now, up next is Amillion The Poet featuring Kason Miller.
We went from poverty to poetry. From performing local to international. Some say we on. I say we never took a day off. Let's go.
No days off.
Come on.
Cause I'm working so hard.
Yeah.
24/7.
Good morning, Wilmington.
Bet it on myself and got a 7. I threw it right back and got 11. I doubled that, now we got a million. Oh.
A fellow on the beat, I'm on another plane.
Yeah.
A lot on my mind, trying to maintain.
Oh yeah.
On another tour, on another island. Remember lights was off.
Pops was on the island.
But not the kind you see crystal clear.
No.
Close your eyes, you hear me crystal clear. Never been the one to live in fear. Still gotta keep my pistol near. I play with words, my life wasn't funny. Always been smart, never played a dummy. Some dudes hate it, but my daughters love me. Even when I was broke, you couldn't call me bummy. More money, more problems, but they luxury. We're from eviction notice, now they notice me. In every city, every country. Ha! This my island, so lovely.
No days off.
Come on.
Cause I'm working so hard.
Yeah.
24/7.
Let's go.
Bet it on myself and got a 7.
I did.
I threw it right back and got 11. I doubled that, now we got a million. Oh.
Othello on the beat, Kason on the hook.
Yeah.
No more clothes off the rack, 1 and 8 a look.
Oh yeah.
Ever since I played ball, I had them shook. Before they played my music, even wrote a book. Bestseller, bank teller, know my middle name. Told my mama be a millionaire before the fame. That was way before the cash came.
Had to learn to dance in the rain. I played with words.
My life wasn't funny. Always been smart, never played the dummy. Some dudes hated, but my daughter loved me. Even when I was broke, you couldn't call me bummy. More money, more problems, but they luxury. Went from eviction notice, now they notice me. In every city, every country. This is my island.
Let's go.
Love me.
No days off.
Yeah, come on.
Cause I'm working so hard. 24/7.
If you got an I-95,
bet it on myself and got a 7.
you got a 9 to 5.
Threw it right back and got 11.
Bet on yourself.
Double that, now we got a million. No days
I don't think they can hear you out there, Kason. Come on.
Cause I'm working so hard.
Loud. I did.
Now we got a man.
Good morning, Wilmington. Kason, go for it one more time.
No days.
Let them hear you in the back.
No days.
In the back.
No days. No days.
Yeah. Good morning, Wilmington. Continue to be blessed. Continue to be true. Continue to be you. Vincenza, Aubrey.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Great job, guys. Great job. Great job.
Yes.
There you have it. Amillion, the poet, and Kason Miller. What you think, Vincenza?
Wow. Thank you for that special performance. Thank you for coming on the Good Morning Wilmington set. It was such a treat. Really, it was. We were able to witness a live performance followed by, obviously, before with the interview.
Yes.
Excellent interview. Please, if you don't know, Kason Miller.
There you go.
Amillion The Poet.
There you go.
Right here.
All right, let's close up. And we'd like to say our thanks to our sponsors, DART Transportation, and who else we got?
Wi-Fly, yes.
We'll see you. Oh, they didn't give me no microphone.
That's okay, that's all
Special
right.
thanks to our sponsors for making this happen. DART Transportation, Wi-Fly, and who else is it? Balance, Strength, and Fitness.
That's
Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week on Good Morning Wilmington.